Good day, beautiful people. Upon request, I have been requested to do the Trendy Bandana Tote Bag, and on this one, we are going to add a zipper. So let's get started. Okay, so what I have done is I have already cut out the pieces that we are going to need. So I'm going to go through them with you. We have two outer pieces and we have two interior pieces. They both measure out to be 18 wide by 15 high. You need two things of fleece or batting for your outer pieces. And if you want to fleece or bat your inner pieces, you can, but you do not have to. So 4 pieces for the interior and outer, 2 outer fleece. These are 18 by 15. You are going to need 2 sides for your interior and your outer. You need to fleece the outer material. Any of the outer needs to be fleeced. I'm sorry, all of the outer needs to be fleeced or batted. So these sides come out to be 5 wide and 15 high. So it can go like this, as you can see, as the sides. So all 4 of those are 5 wide by 15 high for the interior and outer fabric. For your bottom piece, you are going to need 2 bottom pieces, 1 fleece or 1 batting, and you are going to do it as 18 to match the bag and 5 wide. So 18 and 5 wide. You're going to need that for the interior and outer fabric. We are doing a zipper for this one. So what you are going to need for the zipper, and you can do different sizes. This is just the size I'm choosing to do for the zipper. So you need 2 outer pieces and 2 inner pieces to go at the bottom of it. It's kind of like sewing a zipper pouch, which I'll show you how to do. These measure out to be 15.5 inches long by 2 inches. Let me measure that just to make sure. 2.5 inches wide. So 15.5 long by 2.5 inches wide on all 4 of them. Your zipper is 15 inches long. You can do a longer zipper and chop it off if you want. I'm going to do a one that I don't have to chop off or cut or anything. So you have straps. We're going to do the easy way. So we're going to do webbing straps, and these are 24 inches long. And we are going to do just a regular size pocket. This pocket comes out to be, I don't have that written down. So this pocket comes out to be 9 by 8. So the pocket is 9 by 8, and you will need 2 pieces of fabric and 1 fleece. You do not have to fleece the pocket. That's just something I do. You do not have to. So this is what we're working with. So let's do it one more time. You need 4 pieces of fabric, 18 by 15. You need 4 sides, 5 by 15. You need 2 bottoms, 18 by 5. You need a pocket, which is 9 by 8. You have 2 straps, which is 24 inches long, and these are 1.5 inch wide. And you need 4 pieces of fabric that measure out to be 15.5 by 2.5, and though the zipper is 15 inches long. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the simple things first. We are going to sew the zipper, then we are going to do the pocket, and then we will assemble the bag. Okay, so if you know how to do a zipper pouch, we are going to somewhat do it like that. So we're going to put our interior fabric inside, our interior fabric down. We're going to set our zipper tab on the left. We're going to set that right on top. And then we are going to get our outer fabric, and we are going to set it on top of the zipper, and you are going to clip the pieces together just to hold them in place. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but and then what you're going to do is you're just going to sew right across. And if you need to, with the zipper pull, if you need to move it out the way, just go ahead and slide it down and then pick it back up and slide it back up once you get past a certain point. And don't forget to backstitch. Okay, so we have sewn our two pieces together. Now we're going to do the exact same thing for the other part. We are going to put down our interior fabric, set our piece that we have sewn on top, zipper tab on the right, and just try to line it up as best as you can. And then we're going to get our outer fabric and we're going to set it on top, lining them up. And then you can clip them. And then you're just going to sew right along there. And don't forget to backstitch. Okay, so we have put the two panels together. We have not top stitched yet because you're going to do that in just a second. But first, to hide these raw edges right here, you could either fold these inward and sew them, but I'm going to use a little bit of bison tape because it's just going to add that extra little pop with the black on the black. So what are we going to do is I'm going to just cut 4 pieces and do each of these, and I'm just going to sew them and then wrap them and sew them on. I don't need to sew this part because this part's going to be attached to the bag, and it actually already has a hem here. It already has a seam here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just cut off 4 bison tape, and I'm pretty sure that most likely comes out to 2.5. So we're going to cut out 4 2.5 of the bison tape, and we're going to sew that on. Okay, so we have officially sewn our bison tape on our corners, and they look really good. I like the contrast between the black and the white. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and give this a top stitch on both panels, and then you're going to set this aside. Okay, we have top stitched our zipper. What we're going to do is set the zipper aside for right now. We're not going to need it. So we need to start on our pocket. We have both of our pieces with our fleece, and we are going to set the fleece side down, pretty side up, and set the other fabric on top, pretty side down. And then you can just go ahead and clip the sides or pin. And you're going to start at the bottom, and you're going to sew all the way around and leave yourself a hole in the bottom in the middle so you can flip it inside out. Okay, once you put your 2 fabric pieces together, you are going to close your hole. You're going to sew right here. Don't forget to backstitch, and you're going to do your top stitch across the top of the pocket. Alrighty, well, we have sewn our pocket and we have finished that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get our interior fabric, a piece of it, and we are going to set our pocket. It measures out to be 18, so the middle is 9, but I would like to set my pocket in the middle of this circle right here. So that's going to be 5 inches. So 5 inches from the sides, and we can do 4 down. Yeah, we'll do 4 down, which is perfectly right there. Okay, so 5 inches from the sides and 4 down. You're going to start on your right hand side. You're going to sew a couple of stitches, back stitch, come all the way down, all the way across, all the way on the top. Don't forget to back stitch. Do not sew the top of this or it will not be a pocket. Alrighty, so we have sewn our pocket on. So now what we are going to do is grab the bottom piece of our bag for our interior, and we are going to set it pretty side to pretty side I know it's a little bit difficult with the bandanas to figure out what pretty side is, but it's okay. It's your bag, so it shouldn't really matter. So we are going to do pretty side to pretty side, and then we are going to clip them, and we are going to do a straight stitch right down on both sides. We're going to sew both of the fabrics together. Okay, we have sewn our bottom piece to the interior panel. Now we're going to get our other interior fabric, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to set it down pretty side to pretty side, and we are going to clip them together. And the thing that we're going to do different with this one is we are going to start on our right hand side, sew a couple back stitch, we're going to sew, and then we're going to leave a gap. So make sure you back stitch after you pick it up. So you'll leave a good bit of a gap right here, and then we are going to start back over here, and then you can go ahead and finish it out. Okay, so we have put both of our interior and bottom pieces together. It should look like this. I kept the hole a lot bigger than normal because I just wanted you to see that there is a hole right here that we're going to turn inside out. So now we're going to put the sides on. You are going to do the exact same thing for both sides. So you're going to grab your side piece and you are going to line it up with the interior fabric all the way down for both sides, and you can clip them, you can pin them, and then so it should look like this, like a little rectangular box. And then you're going to start on your right hand side, go all the way down, all the way across, all the way back up, and don't forget to back stitch. Okay, we have sewn our interior piece together. We've done both sides. They should look like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this aside, and we are going to grab both of our outer fabrics, and we are going to put our straps on. Our straps are going to be 4 inches from the sides. And don't forget, these straps are 24 inches long, but if you want them longer, you can put them longer. If you want to do a long strap and a short strap, you can do that. I'm just going to keep it easy and do the webbing straps. So we're doing 4 inches from each side. For both of them. And you are going to sew each one of these, and don't forget to backstitch. Alrighty, so we have sewn our handles on both outer fabrics. Now we're going to take our outer bottom piece, and we are going to put it just like we did the other one. We're going to assemble the outside of the bag just like we did the interior fabric, and we're going to put these pretty side to pretty side, and we are going to sew the bottom together. Okay, so we have sewn our bottom piece to our other outer fabric. Now we're going to do the same exact thing, pretty side down, and we are going to sew both pieces straight across and put them together, and don't forget to backstitch. All right, so we have put the outer fabrics onto the bottom. It should look like this. Now you are going to grab your sides, and you are going to do the exact same thing you did for the interior fabric for the sides for the outer fabric sides. You're going to line them up, piece them together, Some people sew the bottom of it first. I do not do that, but you are more than welcome to sew that first if it's easier on you. I normally just start from the right side and sew like that. Okay, so what you're going to do, and if you have any extra, just flip it over. There's nothing wrong with that. You can just tuck it on over and it will go when you sew it. So it should look like this, and you're going to sew, and then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. So we had to move to the bigger table so you can see everything that's going on. We have finished our bag. So we are going, this is our outer fabric. We're going to turn our outer fabric inside out. So just like how it should be. You poke out the sides, get it all together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just set this on the side for right now. And you are going to get your interior fabric, just like this. You have not turned it out. Everything is still inside. So this is the inside of the bag. So I have already clipped it. It comes out to be 17 and a half, I believe. So the middle is 8 3/4. So I have already clipped where I want to put my zipper. So what we're going to do is we are going to find the middle, and we're going to clip this. And we can always play around with it. So let's just clip it first. Let's see. And then we can push it over. I'm going to measure it just to make sure. So we're probably most likely looking at 1 1/4 on each side. So that's how it should be. It should come out to be 1 1/4 from the sides. That's just the easiest way I can explain it, I guess. So a little bit, there we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to clip that all the way around. Same thing for over here. Make sure you get both of the fabrics. So I'm just going to clip that so it stays. And we'll do the same thing on this side, is clip it. And you are more than welcome to use, I think I'm not sure what it's called. They have some sticky tape you can put on here. I do not personally have any, but there is some that you can get, and it probably would work 10 times better. But at this moment, we're just going to clip the heck out of it. So make sure both of the fabrics are clipped on. So if you need to take your time, just take your time. And it should look like this. That's what we're going with at this moment. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we are going to open the zipper. And we're going to try to do this as gently as possible. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of put the outer bag inside without moving the zipper. So you might just have to play around with it until it gets kind of snug in there. And then make sure your handles are in also. So we're going to start with the sides of the bag first. It is a little bit it's a lot of stuff, so you just need to take your time. Make sure you have about a whole bunch of clips. So I'm just going to start with the corners first. You might have to fix the bottom fabric also while you're going along. Okay, so the things that we already have clipped, we're just going to take that off and we're just going to clip it to the outer bag. Just make sure you get all of that all of it together. It should be pretty easy once you get everything kind of situated. Hold on, there we go. Okay, so this is going to look really, really crazy. But what you're going to do is you're going to top stitch this. And this, once you get to the sewing machine, you'll be able to spread it out. It's because of that zipper tab, that one that holds it. I can't think of the name of it. I apologize. And then you'll just stretch it out when you sew on the sewing machine, just like you would top stitch. Alrighty, we have sewn the interior and outer fabric together. It has like this little bunch right here, but that is okay. We are going to do our best to, I mean, we should do this because we left a pretty big hole, to be able to pull this out. And then you're going to just go ahead and straighten all of this out. And what we have to do is we're going to close. Well, first you're going to make sure everything is good. Everything looks good. All the sides are good. And then we are going to just fold these two fabrics together for our interior. And we are going to go ahead and just give that a good sew. Alrighty, we have closed our opening. See? So now we're just going to push our interior fabric inside of our bag. And we're going to start with the sides first. And we are going to pin the sides so we can do us a top stitch. So you might need to roll it down just a little bit so we can sew it like this. And if you didn't want to do like all that craziness with the bison tape and everything like that, I'm pretty sure you could like not attach it onto it, but you could like do sticky tape and then sew this onto that, seeing that it wasn't like it didn't have any raw edges. You could do an easy way like that. If you're just doing it for yourself, it should be perfectly fine to do it like that. I haven't even pushed. I got like, all right. Try to get this. And you're just going to clip it all the way around. So we're going to sew it. And then once you are done clipping it, you are just going to give it a top stitch, and then we'll be back. And we are done. This is the finished product. If you would like, you can pinch these corner sides and sew them. I'm not going to do that for this one, but we have our cute zipper that goes in it. It's a pretty gigantic bag, and there you go. That is our bandana tote bag, or our bandana zipper tote bag. Until next time.